Hello, my friends. Liberty Garden here. It is Saturday, June 2nd, I believe, and I'm at the farm digging holes and doing farmly things. I'm setting up a corner brace at the end of the property. Out of this corner brace, I'm going to pull about 150 yards of fence, 5-strand, and here it is. So that's one of the H's, and in that other hole it's going to be another. So it's going to be a double H. Now these holes these holes are 4 feet deep. The post hole digger goes almost all the way. I mean, I can barely open it anymore, but they're exactly 4 feet deep. And that's because these little short poles here are 8 foot long. Here's the one. And the pipe that you see there is 2 7/8 pipe, oil pipe. That's going to be the center brace. So I'm going to drop this post in here in this hole, and then I'm going to use those 2 pipes to go in between the H, like that. So that's the dead man of on the H. So that's the corner post, and in a double H, I guess this is a corner post as well. And this one is just a post that's going to be anchoring everything else. You run a wire from the bottom to the top and back, loop it back to kind of keep the whole system strong, because 5 wires over 150 yards or 150 meters. I mean, that's a lot of torque when you pull those wires with a come along. So they need to be very well rooted. Now, you can see here, it's all this nasty ass clay soil. I used that piece of boat to stump my post hole digger to clear it, because everything just sticks like glue to the post hole digger. And there's no way I can tempt this crap back to the way it was without it becoming loose again. So I'm going to try a new method, which I think it will work. I'm going to try it. I'm going to put some gravel in here, some kind of gravel and sand. It's a mix to level roads or driveways, out in the country. Whenever you have a dip on your road to your house, you put some of that stuff, and I've seen it tighten up real nice when it rains. So I'm going to take some of that, empty it into the hole, maybe about halfway, and then put a bag of concrete in there, the quickset concrete, and maybe put some dirt on top of it, or I may just go sand all the way to the top. I haven't decided yet, and hopefully that'll stay. The logic for that is that as the soil compacts, the sand will just drop. Because if you just put the clay soil back in there, no matter how hard you tighten it, the moment the summer kicks in and the soil compacts, it contracts basically, and it loosens the post. The post becomes loose, and under so much torque, it just the fence loses its tension. Actually, I've been reading from comments on there's a forum that I go to called Cattle Today, and there's a lot of good fencers there. They do it for a living, and I got a suggestion from a really good fencer, because I was going to rent an auger to do these holes, because these holes take me about freaking an hour and a half to make to do each one of them. It's just painstaking. So the guy told me to rent. I was going to rent an auger to do these holes, but the guy says nope. The way to put fences in clay soil is that you take a post like this one. If you're not going to be welding it, which would be even a better way, you take a post like this and you pound it into the ground 4 feet, 5 feet, depending on how long it is, right? This is an 8-foot pole, so I cannot go more than 4 feet. Even though it has a blunt end, I've seen these little bobcats that have a hammer on the top, and it's just about 300 pounds that they go up and they just drop on the post, and it pounds the post nice and tight, and then it's really really tight because it's been pounded into the soil. The soil hasn't been disturbed, it's just been pushed aside. It just kind of hugs it really really nice. And so I'm gonna see if somebody can rent me a machine like that and take care of that. But since I had already started on these two holes, I said, well, I might as well finish this other hole and do this corner brace, and I'm going to put the gravel and sand mix, and we'll see how that goes. If the method works, I'm going to put a patent on it and call it like the Lone Star Mexican or something patent on how to set post in clay soil. Anyway, folks, now these posts here, these I don't know how much they weigh, but shit, they feel like they weigh 100 pounds. I swear, man, because I carried all three of these back all the way back here, plus those metal pipes there. Those pipes weigh about 65 pounds. And those posts feel like they weigh 100 pounds. I don't know. It could be a little more, a little less. I don't know. But this middle one here, this one felt like it weighed a ton. I don't know why. Well, what I'm gonna do next week, I'm going to bring some burnt motor oil. When I change my oil in my cars, I'll mix it with diesel, and I'm gonna paint these posts with that. I know they're treated posts, but I'm still gonna paint them with diesel and motor oil, a mix of that. That way they last a lot longer. And I know that the environmentalists say that it's a no-no and this and that, but it'll make the post last a lot longer, and all that stuff just gets soaked into the post. It's not going to go anywhere. So I'm going to do that. I carried these posts. 200 yards on my shoulder. So I made 5 trips to the truck and back. So I can't bring the truck back here. So I got quite a workout today, in addition to the holes. I only did 2 holes today. The other one I did from a previous time that I came here. So I'm about to call it a day. I'm gonna go water my pear trees and my apple trees that I planted earlier in spring. Might be some rain tonight, but I don't know if it's gonna rain or not. I don't know. I might as well just drop a couple of buckets of water in them, and that's it. I'm heading out because I am beat. I mean, carrying these posts back here just took the wind out of me, really. I mean, my shirt is, so you see that? That is sweat. That is just sweat. This is a lighter color shirt, and that's just sweat. So I've been drinking, I've gone through about 2 gallons already of water. So I better get the hell out of here. It's pretty hot. It's about 100 degrees, and the humidity is just, at least I'm in the shade back here, and I don't have any sun on top of me, but the humidity is just killing me. And that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. I know a lot of you are prepping and doing this and that. I'm going to tell you something, guys. Fitness is your biggest prep. I mean, you can have your rice and your beans, but if you don't have your health, you're not going to last long, because, shit, man, I tell you, if this is any indication of how things will get when you lose services, when you have to clear your driveway because a hurricane dropped a bunch of trees in front of it or something, or worse, you're at war or something, and you're under stress and you have to do a lot of physical work because there's no more trash collection, there's more nothing, no services basically. You need to get your health in order, and you need to get some conditioning. I mean, I'm 40. Shit, man, it's bad when you forget how old you are. I'm 46, and I mean, I'm not in the greatest shape. I cannot run a marathon and that shit, but I think I hold my own quite good doing physical work. I mean, so long as I don't have to sprint for a mile, I'm good, right? I can walk a long distances. I can carry some weight on me. I can do a lot of things. But you have to have some good health on you. And now I'm in good health, so that goes a long way. I mean, if I had some kind of heart disease or some diabetes or something nasty, well, I probably wouldn't be able to do this much work. But don't let it get to that point. If you're still young, in your mid-30s, or even if you're 40s or 50s, and you still don't have any illnesses or any chronic disease, just get in shape. Get in shape. Go out for a walk or something. Go out with one of those like Shinobi does with a weighted vest on him. He's walking out there with a weighted vest on him. That's a pretty good workout. But anyway, folks, I'm rambling now. I'll let you go, and until next time, Hopefully, I'll have this corner brace put by next weekend, and then I'll start pulling wire down that way. I got about 600 yards to go that way to pull wire, and I'll probably put another two more center braces to support the pull. But yeah, that's where I'm going. And that's one side right there. Then I got to go along the creek line back there, which is a pain in the ass. It's got a lot of breaks in it, and that's a real pain in the ass because just trying to fence alongside a creek is just a waste of money and a waste of time and a waste of everything. But that's what I got. And then I got the front. So my property is like a triangle. And I got the front, which is pretty straight also. So I'm kind of getting my practice back here out in the back where nobody sees anything. And if I make mistakes, no big deal. Maybe the front I'll do with pipe. Now, if anybody welds out there, I'm sorry guys, I'm just going on here. But if anybody welds, is welding something a skill you can pick up relatively easy? Because I was thinking of getting this pipe, and the guy that I got it from, I can just tell the guy to cut them at 45 instead of cutting them at straight down. And at 45, I can make my center braces by welding them here on my property. So I basically pound them in, and then I weld them. But I don't know how hard it is to weld, or how expensive it is to get a setup to welding. I mean, I have no power out here, so it would have to be a generator. I don't know if those welders are 220s or if they're 110s or what the hell, or what kind of weld to use. But primarily, is it hard? Is it something I can pick up in a few hours of practice and start welding, even though it's not going to be, it's going to be real crappy and ugly, but so long as the thing sticks? Or is that something that I'd rather get it contracted out to somebody? Because welders are running about a 20 hours, $20 an hour or something like that. It's kind of ridiculous. Well, not ridiculous. I mean, they do have a skill, right? So they get to charge for it. That was bad wording. But anyway, just want your input on that. If anybody out there welds and knows how to do it. Thanks, and until next time.